the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On second down now, it's Stanley. Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley. 129 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, wanting to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st and 10, Russo. Got a man, it's Kane complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Russo being chased out left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Two yards, good enough for a first. Here's the option play now to the left. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Russo.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Russo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley.
2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Stanley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Rich. He'll buy some time right. Myers got it. Complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now the try here for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down. Russo setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Russo. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. The Falcons offense set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rich. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw. Rich. He finds his man complete. That's Myers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Russo. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Russo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll try to run the option here.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Russo. He finds his man, complete. It's Kane. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Russo.
And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
They'll run with Samuels.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On first down, it's Samuels. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Samuels again.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by a field goal, and time, a huge factor. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stanley. Back to throw. Forced out to his left.
Finding room at midfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Bro, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. Dancing to his left. And he's got his man on the out route. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Rich. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. They'll run on first down. It's Stanley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Stanley.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack.
Kayvon Thibodeau, now with his second sack here on opening night.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To throw on second down, Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Decision to be made on fourth and just a few inches in overtime. What do you do?
I know you've got to weigh it out as a head coach, because if you don't get it, you've turned it over in a great spot for the opposition to go down and win the game. But fourth and inches, I think what most teams do is they say, if we can't get inches, we don't deserve to win anyway.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And that is no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So out come the Bucs now.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Looking to throw on second down. Russo.
And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down.
From the gun on third down, Russo.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Throwing on first down, Russo.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw, Russo.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Samuels. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Russo got an open man. It's Scott. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle but couldn't spring himself free. On fourth down, Russo, he finds his man, complete. That's Kane. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll run with Samuels. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got into overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Bucs, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.